Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. My dear student, Assalamu alaikum. Today we are going to study lecture number 4 about Hazrat Umar. So today we are going to study about the next battle, that is known as Battle of Buwaib. Let's start studying the topic. Follow the same pattern whatever we have studied in the last lesson or in the life in Makkah or Medina. Okay, first of all you need to write down the start. That was an important battle to regain strength and honor for the Muslim. Last battle Muslim was defeated and made a great impact on the Muslim. So this is the start of the battle. You have to connect this battle with the previous one, Battle of Jasr, because this battle took place because of Battle of Jasr or Battle of Bridge. Okay, now reason. So because Muslim were defeated in the last battle and many of Muslim were martyred in the battlefield, so that is why Hazrat Umar started to take some steps in order to regain the strength, in order to send reinforcement to the Muslim within the Persian territories. So he sent a message to all over the Arabia and he declared the jihad. He persuaded the people to participate in the battle, in the jihad. So on the response of his call, huge army was collected. That army actually consists of Muslims and the Christians as well. So everyone took part in that battle. So now let's start studying the events. So Persian actually do know that we have defeated a Muslim in the Battle of Jasr. This is the first time Muslims were defeated by the Persian. So they thought that this is a time to crush the Muslim once for all. So that is why the king of Persia, the emperor of Persia, started to take some strategic step. Okay, step number 1. He chose a person known as Mehran as the commander of his army, who was master in the Arabian way of war. So Muslims used to fight in Arabian war, way of war. So that is why he thought that in order to defeat the Muslim within the battlefield, I need to adopt the same strategy. So that is why he chose the Mehran, who was a great warrior. Secondly, he gave instructions was given to Mehran that you need to go to the river and you need to encamp near the bank of the river. So the situation of the scenario of the same battle, the previous battle actually was going to be repeated in this battle. So Muslim also are having a huge army with them, because Hazrat Umar sent a huge army to help the Muslim within the Persia. So they were also settled down on the other side of the river. So both army were sitting on the opposite sides of the river, Euphrates river. So Mehran sent a message to the Muslim to cross the bridge. So Muslim actually, they had a bad experience of the previous battle, so they refused to cross the river. So in order to start the battle, Muslims sent a message to the Mehran that you are supposed to cross the river. So Mehran actually, they accepted the message of Muslim and he was energetic, he was very devoted that we are going to defeat Muslims as we did in the past battle, number 1. And number 2, he thought that we are large in number, we can defeat the Muslim easily. So he made a same mistake which was done by the Muslim in the previous battle. So next day, the Persian, they crossed the river. Two armies met at the Buwaib. So because Persian were large in number, they started to attack on the Muslim from all sides, from east, west, north and south, from left and right. So they started to create pressure on the Muslim because they were large in number. On the other hand, Muslim, they also were fighting bravely. They knew that actually if we defeat it today, then we are not going to have any space in the Persian territory. So that is why they were fighting bravely and desperately. So the Muslim warrior of Taghlaq tribe, he thought that I need to cut the head of the snake. In order to kill the snake, you have to cut the head of the snake. So he attacked on the Mehran and he killed the Mehran, the commander of Persian Empire. When this happened, the tide of battle was totally changed. When Persian saw that actually our leader has been killed in the battlefield, they started to flee from the battlefield. They started to go back to the bridge from where they have crossed the river. But Hazrat Musanna, seeing all this, he sent people to capture the bridge, and that's what done by the Muslims. So that is why the Persian army, they don't have any kind of a place to go, because if they go back, there was a river behind them. If they go towards the other side, the Muslims were front of them. So they become a sandwich within the battlefield. So Muslim started to create pressure on them, and thousands of Muslims actually drowned in the battlefield, and thousands of were killed in the battlefield by the Muslim. So mean that actually majority of the Persians were destroyed within the battlefield, and Muslim got a very important victory. Now in the end, you need to write down the result or end of this battle, that how this end battle actually gave benefits to the Muslim actually destroyed the army of the Persians, and this is how they were able to regain their honor and respect, which was lost in the battle of Jasr. So Muslim actually came to the same place at which they were before the battle of Jasr, and they had a chance to conquer the territory of Persia. So my dear student, this is the lesson of the day. You need to read from the both books, Frkhanda Noor Muhammad and the second one. Then you need to write down the lecture in a proper way. So tomorrow inshallah we are going to meet with the next lesson, next battle. Until then, Allah Hafiz.